Okay, let's record my new speech and let's talk about my relatives first. I would like to say about them. Поги, Погуляй family, Хлебной family, Alexander Хлебной. They are offspring and they are children of TOS-1 engineer. What about reparations for Ukraine? Who will pay it? Look at them, children of TOS war machine engineer from Omsk City, Warpland. They're trying to steal money from American people pocket and economy to buy villa at Pattaya city in Thailand. They fed me with Soviet Union propaganda, they used to veteran propaganda, relatives connections to force me on empire side. Soviet Reds family, Rashist Rusnya Empire Reds, and when Poland removes Soviet monuments, they built empire and they built Soviet Union in the family. I can show you some photos with them more. I would like to place it right there. Okay, that's my family, and I grew with this Russian family, with these Russian people. And now they're trying to steal money and they're trying to have rest in Pattaya city in Thailand. But they are guilty, Ukrainian blood on their hands, and they must take all responsibilities for my work. I have been working for 15 years at Empire side and veteran and Soviet propaganda. It's a crime already. They used to veteran. We have veteran. His name is Anatoly. You can see him right there. They foolish me the way like this. They will shout at me with veterans. They will shout at me with my Russian father, with my on my relatives connections. They threw me like this. They made propaganda on me. They like mice. They moved to American side. They made blind war for me. That war is blind completely. And after that they made harassment on me with my Russian father. He made harassment too. And this animal, she made harassment on me. And now I would like to punish them for racism, because that is heavy racism. They took me from a Tatarian roots. They learned me how to die for their motherland. They were shouted at me with veteran. They shook the portrait of this veteran. They educate me how to love my Russian father and so on. They grew me. They are crazy racists. They are crazy Nazis. They are Russian Reds. I believe all the people around the world, they were with exactly these people, because they're orcs, they're racist, they are dumb and greedy servant, and I believe someday I'll punish them for that heavy racism that they made. They played football with my nationality. This is completely illegal way to make violence on people. That's really heavy way to make violence on people, and that is completely illegal. I believe in the future humanity will destroy racism at all, because they tried to kill me. They made blind violence and they harassed my psychology. And they are guilty. They must pay reparations for Ukraine. They are at American side right now, and they stop me from American way too. And I'm scared to live with them in one country, because they might try to kill me because they are white racist and they want to connect me with my Russian father. And they are guilty. They blind me. They used to Soviet Union propaganda on me. They stopped me from American way. And she worked at European company, and she hoped at evacuation. And they all together, they ignited this war. and ran to different countries, left the parents, sisters and daughters. They threw them, even daughters. I saw how he threw his daughter, and that is really funny. They threw all together and they ignited this war and they pushed Russian and Ukrainian soldiers to death. They are children of the murderer. They just left an instrument for Putin and they pushed Ukrainian people to death. And now they wanna have chill out at Patayan city. That's completely unfair. They are guilty, they are dumb and greedy servant. They made this war. They put their parents, their sisters and their daughters in shit. They must pay reparations for Ukraine, and I am not guilty. They are guilty Russians. Veteran Soviet propaganda on their hands. Also, I have been fighting with Ukrainian people at Rage Fight Academy in Pattaya city, and I believe if they are watching at me, they could understand that can take reparation from my relatives. They are living somewhere in Boston area, somewhere in New York area. They are murderers. Ukrainian blood on their hands. They pushed people on death. They ignited this war, and also they wanted to push me on death. But thanks God I am alive, and now I'll direct all my human forces against them because they wanted to play with my blood from the creep. It is violence from the creeps. They are animals, they are white racists, and I would like to destroy them. I believe in future humanity will destroy racism at all. They are children of the murder, that's it. They have the same habit to kill people. They could stop war, but they left an instrument for Putin and pushed Ukrainian people to death. And they are taking money at American side. They wanna buy a villa at Pattaya city. They are guilty. They are animals. I don't wanna any contact with them because they are really stinky people. They smell like shit, in my opinion. They must be in jail, they must be punished, and I believe in America people will punish them for their behavior because they ignited war, then pushed people to death. They pushed Ukrainian soldiers, they pushed Russian soldiers to death. They wanted to push me on death. They made me an instrument for Putin. They are really bad and angry and evil people. In my opinion, we all together must punish them at American side and even at Russian side. Because we have veteran and this veteran he taught us to be at one side, but they made different choice. Like in ISIS, they translate the bodies to American side and push Ukrainian soldiers to death. They are guilty and they must be destroyed, in my opinion. They are really evil and bad people. They have blood on their hands, in my opinion. And I would like to war with them because evil must be punished anyway. Okay, let's translate our attention to my Instagram and discuss my previous work. I would like to show you still frame from cable TV channel. It was made around 5, maybe 7 years ago for TV intro at Auto24 channel. Also, I can show you my generative work. By the way, I was art director at this project and I wrote comments to Neuralink, and I think I'm a great because of that. Also, I can show you some renderings from Cinema 4D and different effects that I have rendered. And I can show you my painting from drawing classes. I have better lines now. I have remembered how to do them, and in future my lines will be more accurate. I believe in that. I'm really proud of this A2 format because that is first picture painting that I have done in a more or less okay at a more or less okay level, and I'll continue to draw. Now I'm drawing close, and I'll draw it today. I'm going to draw it today. Also can show you some 3D renderings in a dark style. I'm using HDRI now because area lights, they make a lot of noise to image, and it's more effective to use HDRIs in place. This area lies on a sphere shape and light is it. Also I can show you some spheres. And I would like to show you this compositing shot that I did really long time ago when I was working at TV series post-production company. While I composed that shot, I was working at post-production TV series company. And also I did sky replacement for shot like this. I believe it was green screen and some artists made painting of this building, of this wooden building, and also I've placed it in the footage, and that's it. I have a big amount of compositing shots, but at some point I just stopped to collect them, and I lost a lot of them. But I have some, and I'll show you in the future. Also I can show you drawings from my window. That lines is very dirty, and I did mistake with these gouache paintings because I had difficulties when I was painting. But I paint boxing glove more or less okay, and I like it. It looks good. Also I can show you renderings like this and lasers like this. I'm doing more lasers by the way right now, and I'll publish them on next week. And also I can show you some parallax that I did at some company from Moscow. I don't remember, maybe 5 years ago, maybe 7 years ago. Now it will be done with it will be done with generative tools. I believe in that, and someday I believe Adobe or a different company will produce a really convenient tool for people, and everyone could generate images with simple tools like artificial intelligent networks. And also I can show you some I don't know how to say paysage landscape. Okay, painting landscape.
Pisa. Landscape.
I can show you landscapes that I drew on the previous week, and I'm learning, and I need to practice more with that Also, I'm going to draw from 1 point and 3 angles. It will increase speed of my learning, and I believe I can do it better in the future. Because I can educate myself only at this way. I need to draw more, and I need to take consulting from other artists, and it will help me. Also, I have published my martial arts skills. Also, I am martial artist a little bit. I am do it on a more or less okay level, and I know how to boxing with people. I know how to hit low kicks, front kicks. I was at really good shape at year of 2023 because we had war at Russia, and I was at really good shape because I was scared about war, and I was learning how to work and how to protect myself, and also I know how to shoot with Glock, and I have different experience with drones, and I believe I can handle interactive systems. Anyway, I had this experience, and I can't do nothing with that. I hope that I will not need this experience in the future, because that could be very scary. That might be very scary to use martial arts in real life. I went to jiu-jitsu, and for example, I know how to stand up right. If someone put me on the back, I know how to stand up right, and also I know how to take the pistol, for example, in the same way that you are standing. I know how to take pistol. That's really interesting thing, because you can stand up after blow wave or something like this. I'm talking about that I have some martial artist skills, and as you can see, I have really good left hook and also right hook. Yeah, I really like it. I practice them a lot, and I can hit. I hit to the chin of the people, and I know that might be really effective. That might send you to sleep, even with a small knuckle like me. But that knuckle could be like stone, because I have some knowledge about that. And for example, I can show you things like this. I can make with my hand things like this, and I can press on the bones. I can press 10 or maybe 12 times on my bone, and I have really strong knuckles, and I really miss about martial arts, and I miss about gyms, but now I must direct all my time at my artist skills, because when I have reshouted, when my brains were shouting, now I would like to change my site and so on. I'll continue to speak in the future, but now that is it. And also, I didn't learn English at all, but I'll promise that someday I'll find time to learn it. I have a lot of things to do, and also, but I'm using app for regular jobs, and I'm going to start using artificial intelligence speaker, and it would help me it might help me with my English level, because I can learn rules from this artificial intelligent bot. But someday I'll learn the rules, and I'll click all the rules on different resources, and I believe I'll memorize them, because I have clear understanding most of them, and everything that I need to do, that is memorize them and repeat them, and also I need to speak a lot, and that's why I'm speaking in front of camera with myself. And also I would like to blame my relatives, I would like to write history on them. I believe that I have really interesting racism, and I have really interesting violence, and I want to document it, and maybe someday I'll make money on it, or maybe some of my relatives will do it. For me, that is it that I wanted to tell about, and thank you for your attention, and goodbye.